What is the fair tax? Have you ever wondered how a single tax could change the way we think about government and our money? The fair tax is a proposed tax reform that aims to do just that. It aligns with libertarian economic principles by advocating for a simpler and more transparent tax system. Instead of the complex web of federal income taxes, payroll taxes, and other forms of taxation, the fair tax proposes a single national sales tax. This approach seeks to reduce the complexity and burden of the current tax system, which many libertarians criticize for being overly bureaucratic and intrusive. So, what exactly does the fair tax entail? First, it introduces a national sales tax. This tax would apply to all new goods and services purchased for personal consumption. However, it does not apply to business-to-business transactions or used items. This means when you buy a new car or a pair of shoes, the fair tax would be added to your purchase price. Another key aspect of the fair tax is the elimination of other taxes. It would abolish the Internal Revenue Service and repeal the 16th Amendment, which allows for federal income taxes. This means that income taxes, payroll taxes, corporate taxes, and estate taxes would all be eliminated. Imagine not having to fill out complicated tax forms every year. To address concerns about the regressive nature of a sales tax, the fair tax includes a system called Prebate. This involves monthly payments to households based on family size. Essentially, it helps exempt consumption up to the poverty level from taxation, making it fairer for lower-income households. The fair tax aims to simplify tax compliance and reduce administrative costs. By replacing multiple tax types with a single sales tax, it aligns with libertarian goals of reducing government intervention and bureaucracy. Proponents argue that, by eliminating taxes on income and investments, the fair tax could stimulate economic growth by encouraging work and investment. This is consistent with libertarian views on promoting economic freedom. Additionally, the fair tax would be administered at the state level, which aligns with libertarian principles of decentralizing power and reducing federal authority. From a libertarian perspective, the fair tax is appealing because it reduces government intrusion into personal and business affairs. It promotes economic freedom by not taxing income or investments, which many believe can lead to greater economic activity and prosperity. However, some libertarians might argue that any form of taxation is still a form of government coercion. Therefore, the fair tax does not fully align with the most radical libertarian views of minimal government intervention. Despite this, the fair tax represents a significant shift towards a more libertarian tax policy by simplifying and reducing the tax burden. In essence, the fair tax could reshape the way we think about taxation in America, making it simpler and more aligned with the principles of economic freedom.